I love you all so much, except for Donald Trump's a piece of shit. Peace out, love you!
A few days ago, my manager called me and said George Clooney and Julia Roberts wanted me to help out the president and speak here tonight, and I said, I am in. When and where? And thank you.
Make a wish, Kate. Don't miss Trump next time.
Jack Black was once the face of Hollywood's comedy scene, the lovable, energetic, and wild-eyed uncle everyone adored. His presence on screen was an instant mood lifter, a man who could make you laugh, whether you were young or old. But today, that same man finds himself in the midst of a major decline. The spotlight he once basked in has dimmed, and the audience that once adored him seems to be turning away. The movies he stars in are struggling at the box office. His acting has been called one-dimensional, and his charity work has become embroiled in scandal. His once passionate fan base seems to have lost its spark, and now his social media following is slipping away. How did a beloved comedic icon fall so far? Let's dive into the steps that led to this dramatic decline. Jack Black's career skyrocketed with School of Rock, a movie that not only showcased his comedic talent, but also cemented his place as a household name. Then came Kung Fu Panda, where his voice brought Po, the clumsy yet brave panda, to life. The Jumanji series made him a bona fide box office star. At the height of his fame, Jack Black was adored not just for his skill, but for his undeniable charm, that warm, wacky, larger-than-life persona that made him everyone's fun uncle. Back then, Jack was the guy who could make you laugh at the drop of a hat, no matter the role. From kids to adults, he had universal appeal. But something started to shift. The magic faded, and fans began to notice something unsettling. Jack Black wasn't changing. No matter the project, he seemed to be stuck in the same predictable box. Loud, goofy, and at times a little too much. His signature over-the-top style, once adored, began to feel formulaic and stale. His movies, like the recent Minecraft film, which was intended to draw in huge crowds, fell flat, leaving even die-hard fans unimpressed. The film's trailer had a lukewarm reception, and it seemed like the era of Jack Black's box office domination was officially over. But the cracks in Jack Black's public image didn't stop there. If his movies weren't landing, his charity work made matters worse. In the public eye, charity efforts are often seen as a way for celebrities to prove their genuine care for causes. But Jack's backing of Autism Speaks, an organization that has faced severe criticism from within the autistic community, caused a major uproar. Autism Speaks has been widely criticized for its controversial campaigns, particularly the I Am Autism ad, which painted autism as a destructive force within families. The autistic community has long denounced the organization for its stance on autism, framing it as a disease to be cured rather than embracing it as a neurodiversity. By publicly supporting this organization, Jack Black unwittingly became part of a larger backlash that he hadn't fully understood. Fans took to social media, accusing him of being out of touch and naive. Some even demanded a boycott of his films until he apologized. This misstep shattered the image of Jack Black as the fun uncle with a heart of gold. His intentions were seen as shallow and reckless, and the anger from the public was palpable. One Reddit user put it bluntly, "He can clown around all day, but doing charity without understanding who he's supporting is just irresponsible." What was supposed to bolster his public image only made things worse. But rather than retreating or addressing the issue, Jack Black seemed to double down, which only made matters worse. As his charity scandal continued to swirl, he began leaning into political statements. While speaking out on political issues isn't inherently wrong, for Jack, it was a fatal mistake. He began aligning himself as a political figure, making frequent references to his Hollywood lefty stance and his commitment to progressive causes. While some fans appreciated his political views, others felt alienated, as though they were no longer tuning in for entertainment, but for his personal soapbox. Jack's attempts to stay relevant in political circles reached their peak in July 2024, when he and his bandmate Kyle Gass made a controversial joke about the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. The comment, made during their tour in Australia, was perceived as crossing the line, shifting from satire to something far more dangerous and inflammatory. The backlash was immediate and intense. Jack Black had to apologize, claiming that he was blindsided by Kyle Gass's comment, and he quickly canceled the remainder of their tour. But it was too late. The damage had been done. Not only had his brand been tainted, but his friendship with Kyle Gass was now under scrutiny, and the public was no longer seeing him as the fun-loving, drama-free star they once adored. This wasn't Jack Black's first brush with politics either. He had previously made his disdain for Trump clear, comparing him to a drug-addled Charlie Sheen and calling him an evil warlock. His involvement in pro-Biden rallies and climate change campaigns, though well-intentioned, started to feel like too much. Fans who once cherished his easygoing, no-nonsense personality now felt bombarded by his politics. The fun-loving guy they knew was becoming unrecognizable. And let's face it, Hollywood isn't exactly a place where political rants from entertainers are embraced. Even megastars like Taylor Swift and Madonna face criticism when they wade into political waters. Audiences want to escape into a world of entertainment, not be lectured on social issues. The more Jack injected politics into his brand, the more it eroded his charm. His fans weren't coming to his movies or concerts to hear his political views, they came for laughs. And when he kept pushing politics into the forefront, it began to wear thin. So what went wrong for Jack Black? It wasn't just one bad joke or one poor decision. It was a series of missteps, from box office failures to charity scandals to political blunders, that slowly chipped away at the persona he had built over decades. In the age of social media, one wrong move can have a lasting impact. People now scrutinize every word, every action. Jack Black's story serves as a cautionary tale for any star who takes their fame and audience for granted. But here's the thing. All hope isn't lost for Jack Black. It's possible for him to reinvent himself, to take on smarter projects and steer clear of risky jokes. If he plays his cards right, he might be able to salvage his place as a respected, seasoned entertainer. But if not, he'll be remembered as another example of an artist whose fall from grace was as swift as his rise. What do you think? Will Jack Black make a comeback, or is this the end of an era? Let us know in the comments below.